welcome into Wednesday's edition of the Bet on Me podcast. It is July 13th, 2022. We're still in that year, guys, and we are going to bets that we had yesterday and talk about them, all the bets we put out on CapperTech, guys. You can always find our bets on the CapperTech website. They have the best tools for you guys to be able to win these bets. I am a personal user all the time, every day. I don't put money on a game unless I look at the trend finder. And guys, the trend finder is great. The way it works is it shows you the trends of the last 10 games for both teams against the spread straight up, and it shows you how many times they've won, how many times they've lost, and it shows you those trends right next to each other so you can kind of see what's going on. And I'm telling you, it helps me nail these games down really, really close. Yesterday wasn't that great though. Didn't take a whole lot. And the Angels, I really thought the Angels were going to win that game. And then Houston got that late run to actually get the win. But we took the Phoenix Mercury plus 7.5 in the WNBA. That's something we don't normally do. And, we just wanted to take a swing at it because WNBA is great. The All-Star game was going on, All-Star weekend. They had a lot of cool things going on over there. I saw a tweet the other day where the Sky was playing. Candace Parker came down, shot a three, and a lot of people were going on on the thread under the tweet about it was a ESPN post, or I actually think this was on Instagram. Either way, and everybody was like, "Who is that? I've never heard of her before in my life." And I just have to take a moment to say that if you don't know who Candace Parker is, you've never watched NBA basketball a day in your life. It just blew my mind that some people were saying, "Who is that?" about Candace Parker. Only a legend and a Hall of Famer in the women's game. You got under my skin enough to get me to talk about you on my podcast, but it's only because anybody listening to my podcast, you should know who Candace Parker is. If you don't know who she is, Google her. Okay. WNBA champion, NCAA champion, back to baseball here. Thought the over was going to hit, and it got close. It got to 9, but we just couldn't get it to hit. I'm telling you, some of these bets sometimes, man, they just don't hit. Like the Angels, they had it, and Houston came back with that late run. And then the Padres, man, and the Rockies, it looked like it was going to go completely under. And then in the 7th and 8th, they started hit it was 5-4 or something, or I don't remember. I'm watching 20 games at once. Anyway, it got really close, and we got the Tampa Bay Rays to hit plus 100. That was good against the Boston Red Sox. Pretty sure Boston gets that revenge today, though. Moving on to today's picks. Let's talk about those. Since yesterday was a 1-3 day and it was terrible. Oh, we put out a if you don't follow me over on Twitter, it's the Bet on Me podcast everywhere. Or at Bet on Me Pod over on Twitter, and over on Instagram it's at the Bet on Me podcast, and over on TikTok. Over on TikTok, it's at the Bet on Me podcast. I have some followers over on TikTok, people that like to follow me over there, and they asked me to post pics, and when I stopped posting pics for a couple days, and they were like, "Are you not going to post any more pics?" So, or they asked me if I was going to post pics today. That was the actual comment, but. So I posted a parlay. I think it was a 5-leg or 6-leg, something like that. And the Mariners were void, but the only team that I had the Royals. Here, I can pull that up right here, actually. And look at that. If the old internet works here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay. It was Tampa Bay, Milwaukee Brewers, Cincinnati Reds plus 1.5, Seattle Mariners, and Los Angeles Angels. So, and this was Los Angeles Angels plus 108, Cincinnati Reds plus 128, Milwaukee Brewers plus 116, and Tampa Bay plus 102. And the damn Angels just couldn't get it done for us, man. That would have been a nice one. Plus 3,921. I should have just took the Reds on the money line and took Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, and Cincinnati. But hey, hindsight's 2020, right? So let's go ahead and talk about the rest of these bets today that we're going on. So I got a couple of bets here. I think I'm going to take the Guardians. I took them the other day, but I think they get revenge today. I think the Guardians beat the White Sox at home. I actually think Cleveland beat them earlier in the day and then lost later on that night. Pretty sure they played a doubleheader the other day. They all play doubleheaders and they all play like a lot of games when they do these series together. So I think Cleveland gets this one today against the White Sox. White Sox got them the other day, but I think this evening Cleveland gets rested out there in their ballpark. Their fans, I think they get the win. Also, I'm going to go with the Boston Red Sox against Tampa Bay Rays today. Like I just said, I think they get revenge. This is plus 160. And this game starts around 7 o'clock. So is the Cleveland game. I just think that the Red Sox get the win today because Tampa Bay got it the other day and it was a close game. It was it 3-2 Tampa Bay got it. I just think today Boston can hit some homers. I don't know if you guys watch Boston, but they can hit some homers sometime. I know they did against the Yankees. Anyway, we've got the Colorado Rockies, and any of these games I'm talking about, if you guys are like, when was that? You have to understand these guys play every day. Like I said, sometimes twice a day. So it's hard to keep up with which game is which. But yeah, just know that I'm watching all these games. I'm keeping up with all of them. So you don't have to. And yeah, like you may lose one day, but then the next day you can come out and crush them. Like the Guardians crushed somebody by 11 runs and came out the next day and lost. So, you know, it happens. The Rockies, I'm going to take the Rockies against the Padres on the point spread plus 1.5. That's 110, of course, minus 110. I just think the Colorado Rockies, you know, I don't know if they get the win, but I think they keep it close enough to where they could get the win, but I'm just going to keep it on the safe side and take that point spread right there, that plus 1.5 point. And the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Angels. We're going to give it another go. We're going to take the Angels again tonight. I think they get it done. They were really close last night. I'm sure Houston's going to have a different pitcher coming in today. I'm not really sure. Check that real quick. That's at the bottom down here, isn't it? Yeah, let's see. Javier and Otana. So, yeah, definitely taking the Angels at home with Otana. That guy, I hope I'm saying that right. Otana, like that's the one guy. You know, they say they call Mike Trout like, oh, this guy comes in, he knocks one out of here or whatever. Otana's the same way. He like when you're like, hey, they need a home run. I put Otana up there. He will knock that shit out of the park. It is a beautiful thing to watch. That's the picks today for the NBA game, guy, or the MLB games. I don't have any WNBA games today, and it's looking like the games are going to be start. We got the Diamondbacks playing the Giants starting here soon around 3:40, close to 4 o'clock, and then the rest of the games are starting around 6. So got plenty of time to get those bets in, guys. Also, if you're in the Tennessee area, like I am, I'm in the East Tennessee area around here in Vol Country. If you guys are into, gambling and, wagering some money, then there's this cool new app around here that is only available in Tennessee right now. That's definitely going to change soon, but it's only available in Tennessee and it's called Wagr. Okay. Wagr. If you're looking for it in the app store there, you can bet against each other. You're not betting the house. It's insane. Like I love it because, you don't always want to do the same things. You don't always want to gamble the same way. Sometimes you don't want to just, want to bet against a sports book over here where you're losing money. Sometimes you want to have, experience another way of it. And this is a different way to sports gamble. You're betting on your community. You're betting on your coworkers. You're betting on your friends and your family. It's great. I absolutely love it. You just get on there. I have a link below in the description if you want to wager me for some free bets, and it'll pop you right over to where you can download the app and you'll get some free bets and be able to wager me. But if you just download it and you get on there, you can see that it has all these different picks you can do from the spread here, and you just pick which one you want, and you put the wager in, and you send it. And after you send it, then it goes through. Somebody picks it up in the community that you sent it to, and then after that, you're wagering. So you get to watch the game while you're on that wager, and if you want to, while you're wagering somebody that you don't know, somebody in a community, you can chat with them while you're in it with them. It's the coolest thing. I describe it as fantasy, like anytime I play fantasy sports, daily fantasy sports, like you can do head to heads where you pick your players and they pick their players, and the points and all that, and that adds up. And if that guy doesn't even play that game, you don't get any points. It's honestly terrible. I love the concept of being able to do that, but that is terrible. With wager, you're actually betting on the game. You're not betting on the players in the game. So it's nothing like fantasy sports. It's a completely new way to bet your peers, and I absolutely love it. Guys, like I said, there's a link down below in the description. Go click on it. You'll get free bets against me. Just sign up. We'll be gambling against each other, wagering each other, however it is you look at it, putting money down, a few bones, however it is you say it, guys. We can get a wager going against each other if you live in the Tennessee area. Don't forget, down below in the description, you can click that link and get those free bets, and me and you can get into a wager together. Guys, there has been so much going on in sports this week. KD's trying to get out. Kyrie's trying to go to the Lakers for some reason. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I have no idea when it comes to all these trade rumors, things going on, things that are actually happening. Because let's see, there was one of them I was looking at the other day, and it just got Richard Jefferson actually being a ref the other night was hilarious in the summer league. That's probably one of the biggest stories that you can talk about of the summer. But the one that I actually want to talk about is this one right here. This was the notable trade, or talks of a trade, that's been going on since, I guess, Rudy Gobert has been shipped out from Utah. They're thinking of, I guess, just breaking that up, because they have been together for some years now and it just didn't work. So the Jazz are showing a willingness to trade for Donovan Mitchell right now. So I don't know if Donovan has requested a trade, or I'm certain the Jazz are reaching out. And of course, social media is out there and everybody can see everything. So Dwayne Wade was asked this question while he was signing some stuff the other day. Hey, would you like to get Donovan down to Miami? And he said, of course I would. And I don't know if he said, or would you like to, or are you going to? But Donovan Mitchell in Miami, I mean, that would be awesome. And I know that I heard talks of KD going to Miami. KD could go anywhere. And if you think about it, that would be a good, I don't know how they could get it done, but that could be a good scenario where if, you could send Jimmy Butler and all them up to Brooklyn, and then send KD to Miami, and then have Donovan Mitchell come down to Miami from the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell and Kevin Durant. I'm not trying to drop no hot takes or anything, guys, but that would be dominant. I think that would really be dominant in the league. So I don't know. I don't know if that could happen, but I do know that we're probably going to see a lot of different faces in a lot of different places next season. And it's going to be something else. It's going to be something else to see if Kyrie actually makes his way out there to play with LeBron, because they done that once and they actually won a championship, So even though they're older now, that doesn't mean that they can't do it. That just means they're more experienced. And I think they could do it, man. I really do. I'm looking ahead. I'm looking forward to those seasons. I'm looking forward to the NFL season, and I'm so ready for NFL football. And if you're like me and you want to get ready early, there's a great new way to do that, guys. Another way that I found. Me, I'm always looking for different ways. I like to play on the wager. I'm always like posting my picks on Cap Protect and using all their stuff. I'm always looking for new ways to try to figure out how to gamble, how to put money on sports, how to make money on sports, how to maximize my profit on sports. And I am in no way, shape, or form a financial advisor. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. But there is a new app called PredictionStrike. I'm always looking for new ways to try to figure out how to gamble, how to put money on sports, how to make money on sports, how to maximize my profit on sports. And I am in no way, shape, or form a financial advisor. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. But there is a new app called PredictionStrike. Okay. And this app it's insane. It's not like anything I've seen before when it comes to sports gambling, because it's not sports gambling. It's investing in your favorite athlete. I just thought it was a great idea. What it is it's called PredictionStrike. You can get it over on iOS and Android, and it's a marketplace for players, MMA, baseball, basketball. And I'm scrolling through right here, letting you guys see. You can see this, all these players right here that are available, how much they're worth. And the thing is PredictionStrike, apparently you can read all this on their website. This is nothing, none of this is being taken out of context. They are trying to work with athletes to be able to get them shares in themselves, or like a cut of it, or so. I don't really know, but it's a way for they're working with the athletes to become partners. I don't know if they're getting like what they're getting from it exactly, but I know they're just becoming partners so people can invest in them. And I would imagine if they are a business and a commodity that people are investing in, those would return dividends to those players. So I don't know how that would be a bad idea for any player to get involved in it. And if I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry. I will correct myself if they want to reach out and correct me on that. But I'm pretty sure that's right, because I know they said they're trying to partner with players, and they've already partnered with some players. So that's good news, because that means that the app is trending in the right direction. So any of these new things that I'm telling you guys about, I try to make sure that they're actually, number one, legit, if you're going to, like, put your bank account information into them or anything. And number two, they're actually going to be worth your time. And let me tell you something, guys. PredictionStrike is absolutely worth your time. You see, you go in there and you can, they go up and down. It's just like the stock market. It works like the stock market. You can't pull your money out immediately. It has to be withdrawn. It takes, a couple days for it to happen. This is not like gambling at all. This is nothing like that. This is a way to invest in your favorite players, because these guys make a lot of money for themselves. They're their own brand, and it shouldn't just be the leagues making all the money off them. They should be able to have investors in themselves, which I think it's great that PredictionStrike is partnering with these players to let them have all this. I'm sure there's going to be, I can only imagine there's going to be a way that they're going to have, like, NFTs involved in all this. I mean, how could you not? I just see this one being really big in the future as well. Every app I talk about on the podcast, I think, is going to be really great. That's why I talk about it. But let me just see here real quick. Let me pull this up. I have a code that you guys can use, a promotional code that PredictionStrike hooked me up with here. Whenever any of my listeners sign up and you use the code Bet on Me, that's BETONME, you get a free stock or share, I guess what they call it. I'm sorry, a free share in any player when you deposit $20. And I know you're like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. I got to deposit money. Hold on. Let me pull it up right here. Let me pull it up right here, and let me tell you how much. Tom Brady right now is sitting at $16 per share. And he's dropped. Let me explain this to you. He's dropped. Tom Brady is down 16. He's 1662. He was up $22 less than a year ago. That is a 9.16% return on him right now. A 9.16 return. I don't ever see returns like that anywhere else. I don't know. Like I said though, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't even know how these guys even started doing this, but this is a great concept and I absolutely love it. And like I said, if you use that code down there when you sign up, bet on me. It's down below in the description. Uh, put a link. I'll put a link to the app there. That way you guys can find it, or to their website. Also, that way you guys can get on there and check it out. But yeah, guys, just wanted to let you guys know about them because I think it's a good time right now to invest in a lot of these cheap NFL players before the season starts. I'm building my portfolio, and I think you should too. Guys, that's going to do it for the podcast today. I appreciate it so much for everybody that listens out there. I hope everybody wins some money. Make sure to follow us on the Discord. That way we can chat back and forth. I already have people on there sharing pics with me. It's great. I love it. Follow over on the social media over at Bet On Me Pod, and that's on Twitter, and on the Instagram it is at the Bet On Me Podcast. And make sure to hit those like, share buttons, and all that, guys. And let's go out there and try to win some money tonight. All right. Let's have a good one.